Find the surface area of the prism. Include units. So we have a measure of 6 centimeters, a measure of 5 centimeters, and a measure of 9 centimeters. And this 6 centimeters, we could call that the length, or L. And this 5 centimeters, we could call it the width. And this 9 centimeters, we can call it the height. Okay, now let's talk about what surface area means for a minute. Surface area is the amount of surface that you have on a shape and how much that area would cover. So for example, if you were to cut this shape up and then unfold it, how much area would it cover on a flat surface? And there's actually a word for that. It's called a net. So if you were to make a cut, let's see if I can draw this out here. Okay, so let's imagine we take this prism and we just cut it, and then we unfold it. So what would happen here is we'd have these 4 rectangles that are the sides or the faces, but we also have the top and the bottom, which are the bases. We have to include those, so those would be like flaps. So we could put one here and another one down here. Really, we could put it attached to any one of these 4. Same with up top. I'll just attach it here on the same one. It really doesn't matter. Okay, now let's put some measurements here. Now, if this one is going to be, say, 6 centimeters, then this next one will be 5 centimeters, then 6 centimeters, then 5 centimeters. And I'm talking about this measure going across the bottom. And what about the base here? Well, you'd have to have 5 centimeters here. And then this measure would actually be the same as this measure here. So it would be 6 centimeters, and then 6 centimeters. And these exact same measurements would all be along the top. You'd have the 6, and then this would be 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and the height would be 9 centimeters on both sides. So this is the net of this rectangular prism if you were to cut it and unfold it. So when we're talking about surface area, we need to find the area of each one of these rectangles and add them all together for the total surface area. And there's a special formula to help with that. And here's the formula. S for surface area equals, and it's 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Now if you look at these rectangles, you notice that there are 2 of each of them that are the same. You have a 5 by 6 here and here for the bases, and you have a 6 by 9, another 6 by 9 right here. So this one's 6 by 9, and this one's 6 by 9, and this one is 5 by 9, and this one is 5 by 9. And this one is 5 by 6, and this one is 5 by 6. So you can see there's a pair of each, and that's what these represent: 2 length width, 2 length height, 2 width height. Those are the pairs of rectangles. So you can substitute the values in here and figure out the surface area pretty easily. So S equals 2, and we had the length is 6 centimeters. So just put a 6 there. And then for the width, we had a 5 centimeters, plus 2. And then the length we had is 6 again, and the height we had is 9, and plus 2, and then times the width, which is 5, and then times the height, which is 9. Okay, so all the information is filled in. To figure out the surface area, we just need to multiply and then finally add. So S equals. Now, you can use mental math here, or you can use a calculator. I'll try my mental math skills, see how it goes. 2 times 6 is 12, so then it'll be 12 here for this, and then 12 times 5 is 60. So it'll be 60 plus, and then 2 times 6 is 12, again, and then 12 times 9, that's 108. Pretty impressive, right? Okay, now this next one, 2 times 5 is 10, and I know 10 times 9 is 90, so it'll be plus 90. So then we need to add these three numbers together to get the final surface area. So S equals, and it'll be 60 plus 108, which is 168, and then plus 90 more. It's going to be 258. And our units here, let's talk about that for a minute. When you're doing area, you're multiplying centimeters by centimeters, so you get centimeters squared. So here's your surface area right here. And you know, some teachers want you to write the units as you go through the problem, so it'll be 6 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and then you can see how you get centimeters squared. I elected not to do that, just so the numbers would be a little easier to see where they go. But you can do that however you want to. I want to show you one final thing here about surface area. Look at this 6, 5, 6, 5. Now if you were to go around the bottom here, 6, 5, 6, 5. So this would be 5, and this would be 6. So that's really the perimeter around the base. So these four numbers is really the perimeter. And this 9 centimeters, of course, is the height. Now what if you imagine this all as one big rectangle? Let me switch colors for that. Okay, so let's imagine this is all one big rectangle. And we already said that going across the bottom here is the perimeter of the base rectangle here, and this is the height, this 9 centimeters. So the area of that is really the perimeter times the height. So if you know the perimeter of the base and then the height, that'll give us this area of the big rectangle. And what's this area down here? This is the base area, B. And there are two of those. So there's really another formula that you can use that finds the surface area of a prism, and that is S equals 2 times the base area plus the perimeter of the base times the height. Now this typically is not a formula that you see until you get into geometry in high school, but I wanted to show you now just so you can see where it comes from. And if you want to, you can even try using this formula and see if you like it better than the other one. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I hope this helps clarify finding the surface area of a rectangular